what's up, guys? Welcome to Chalk Talk, episode 15. So excited for you guys to see what's in store today. Can't wait. Let's go.
Ryan brings the ball back down, and now down he goes. Godchaux.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Chalk Talk, episode 15. Got my man Keion White on here. I'm excited. Fellow D lineman. Can't wait to see what we're going to chop it up about today. Want to welcome Keion to the show. What's good, bro?
What up?
Good? Before we start, though, we got to have a toast, though. Some red wine, some Pinot Noir. We're going to start it off with a toast. Have a toast of this great show, great episode. Want to get into some topics, man. Most importantly, how you feel about the season this year?
Going into the season, I feel good. Year two, it's definitely a big jump. Yeah. Everybody says it's a big jump from year one to year two. Yeah. And just show everybody what I could do going in.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I think it's going to be, I think we're going to shock a lot of people. I was talking to Jacoby about it. A lot of people, I like kind of being like the underdog in the sense of nobody expecting you to do the unexpectedly. I know everybody writing us off. Rookie quarterback, Jacoby, being a quarterback also. I know a lot of people writing us off, but I'm excited to basically shock a lot of people this season. But tell me how you feel about fashion. Like what's your definition of fashion when it comes to swag? I know last year I saw you with some dope fits. You're very different. You're very different when it comes to fashion. But I like it though. You're very different when it comes to fashion. But talk to me about fashion. Talk to the fans about fashion.
So I got, like you said, different perspective on fashion for sure. Like, I think fashion is like almost like art.
Yep.
And so everybody's like an artist every day they put on clothes is the way I see it. And we got some like good guys in the locker room, so it kind of like made me step my game up as far as fashion. Like as far as you, Marco. Yep. Like, Marco be putting it on, for sure.
Facts. Yeah, Marco does, but he do put it on.
But I see y'all as artists. Y'all really, put it together. Yeah. And it's not even that y'all buy y'all stuff. Because everybody, you see all the time, people just throw money at their fists.
Yep.
And it don't really look that good. But y'all, are, styling it, putting the pieces together, and just working on your art piece. And that's what drew me to fashion for real.
100%. Now, I know you went to 2 colleges. You're from North Carolina.
Yeah.
I know you went to Old Dominion, which is in Virginia.
Yep.
And you went to
research.
Georgia Tech, which is in Atlanta, of course.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what's the difference between, what made you have to switch from Georgia Tech to Old Dominion, correct?
Yeah.
Or from Old Dominion to Georgia Tech?
Yeah. Old Dominion to Georgia Tech.
Okay, from Old Dominion to Georgia Tech. What made you transition to that switch?
So to be honest, it was like a weird time. So started off college, first 2 years as a tight end, then went to defense, balled out on defense, probably like the top 10 defensive end in the nation.
Oh, but Stop it.
I swear to God. First year playing defense ever, 2019. This is when Chase Young and all them came out. Had 18 TFLs that season. But my team went 1-11. And so obviously coaches get fired, new coaching staff comes in, then it's COVID, and then our coaching staff made a decision to not play that season. I'm feeling like, okay, this is supposed to be my year. Didn't even ask us. So I was like, okay, I got all these options. I might as well just take my talents somewhere else. And then Georgia Tech, I just fell in love with the A for real. In the city.
Atlanta do it to you all the time. Atlanta do it to you all the time. Man. Magic City, huh, boy?
The wings. But fell in love with the A. I was like, can't beat this backdrop. You ever seen Georgia Tech Stadium? You got the city in the background.
Yep.
And that's how it just happened.
Yeah. Okay. Atlanta is a place you can very much fall in love with. Just being in Atlanta, it's a dominated black culture. The music is great out there. The food is great out there. So it's very easily to see why you fell in love with Atlanta. So I don't think that was a bad choice at all. But I want to ask you another question on another topic. Give me your, when you talk about fashion, give me some of your top guys in the NFL when it comes to being fashionable. I'm not talking about a price tag. I'm talking about guys who, like you said, you look at it as art. Give me some of the guys that you just think that swag is elite when it comes to people in the NFL.
So I got to go, my number one last year was JOK, the linebacker for Cleveland.
Oh yeah, he was
putting
it on. Very out the box, with his culture. I thought he did a lot of good things. He was very out the box, so that was a very brave step by him.
So, and the crazy thing about it is, I didn't really understand it until I did a fashion panel with him. This spring in Vegas, and he was describing the history behind all his outfits, like the story, and he sources all the materials from like black-owned businesses and things like that. And so, I feel like that speaks to his art pieces that he makes, and I haven't really seen too many people other than him like actually make a story behind every single one of his fits, and has like a reason why everything goes the way it does. And I gotta give him my number one.
Yeah, he was very creative. He was very, very creative. Shout out to JK. Your fits last year was pretty dope. I thought it was out the box, unthinkable, things that a lot of people wouldn't pull off. So shout out to you for having pretty dope fits last year. But just that's it. You only got JK. You got some more. Just name people in the list, not including myself. I know I'm up there, not including myself, but just name other people.
Nah, I gotta give it. Marco's up there for sure. Marco might be my number 2 in the league, to be honest, because he really be putting it together too.
Yeah. Marco is very creative.
I'm trying to think who else. It's a couple people. I'm blanking on names. Like you got your regulars, like your Diggs. And then Tunsil.
Yeah, Tunsil's very creative. Yeah.
I'm trying to think like who's like under the radar, not like big yet, but that like they be really putting it on low key.
LSU, Grant Delpit. Grant.
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 He put it on.
Delpit, yeah, Grant Delpit. He definitely got some swag. It's a lot of people in the league. I feel like got a lot of swag, but we're gonna bounce off that subject. I know a lot of people we can talk about that subject for days.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for you this year, man. Just seeing you take the year 2 jump, like you said, it's a big jump between year. Everybody want to see you take a big jump between year 1 and year 2. I'm excited for you to take this next step, and it's an opportunity for you. We parted ways with a good friend of both of ours, Matthew Judon, and it's an opportunity for you to take the next step. To be a dominant force in this defense. So. I'm excited for you. I can't wait for it, and I'm excited to see you flourish in the defense. As long as we play, both of us, everybody play in beneath the scheme. I'm excited for you to flourish. So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, for sure, I appreciate it.
I can't wait to see it. But talk about another subject. I know you said you've been in Atlanta. You went to Atlanta, Georgia Tech. Is it some fashion inspiration you got from the city of Atlanta? I know you got a lot of fashion people in Atlanta. Do you think your fashion came a little bit from being in the A?
Definitely. I feel like you take influences from everywhere you go, There's so many dope people, especially dope black people in Atlanta that you just see just walking down the street, like putting it on. Only city I would say that's probably better is like New York for fashion and everything like that. Like in the states, like we're like black LA, fashion and everything like that. I don't know.
New York number 1 for sure. Yeah.
New York number 1 for
no
sure.
doubt.
But like, and then one thing that I love to do in Atlanta is like I low-key go thrift shopping a lot.
Yeah.
And Atlanta has some of the best thrift stores too that you could just go to. You never know what you're gonna find. Like crazy finds. Things like conventions. There's fashion shows down there.
The thrift stores be where it's at. They got the hidden clothes. If you don't know, the thrift store is where you can get some of the nicest vintage pieces you can ever find. I definitely recommend y'all checking that out for sure.
Nah, for sure. So like especially when I was in college, I didn't really have that much money, and I still wanted to like dress good.
Yeah.
I was in the thrift store all the time.
Yeah.
So
even now, I don't think you really spend that money. Like you put pieces together though.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Like this is a prime example of somebody who, from what I see, I don't really think he spends a lot of money when it comes to certain pieces. Maybe he do, but
nah, I'm cheap.
Yeah, he definitely pull it together though.
Nah,
I'm
cheap.
Motherfucker don't even want to buy a bucket of wings.
Nah, I'm cheap.
He definitely cheap, but I definitely respect that about him, and I definitely respect the fact that he always find new ways to put fashion together. Yeah. Whether it's mixing the highs and the lows, because sometimes that's what you have to do. Like Mitch Jacoby talked about, fashion is not all about putting on the most expensive pieces. It's about sometimes mixing the highs and the lows, and that's, to me, if you want to mix all lows and be fashionable with it, that's still fashion to me. Fashion is what you think, it's what you he look at it as art. How you feel today, like how you feel like dressing today. You feel like wearing pink hair, pink slides, whatever you feel it's comfortable for you that day or in that time of moment, you know, that's your fashion.
It's all about the confidence for sure.
All about confidence. Fashion is big in confidence.
Yeah.
I want to get in another subject. You know, we talk about this, a lot of athletes in this game today, you know, their career mostly, you know, the minimum is 2 to 3 years in the NFL. I want to talk about, you know, being a black African-American NFL football player. What does financial freedom mean to you? When you talk about financial freedom and you knowing that a lot of athletes are, you know, paying for 2 years out the league, they're paying for going broke and stuff like that. What do you think about when the word financial freedom comes to mind?
So for me, it's very simple. It's just happiness. So, and being able to sustain your happiness. Mm-hmm. And so whatever that looks like, it could look like, we talk about conversations like this all the time in the locker room, like how much you can live off of comfortably and everything like that. I said like my budget's like $120 a year.
You said you can live off $100K in New York.
I can live off. No, I said you could.
No, you said you can live off $100K in New York.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think so.
Y'all been around money too long, and y'all don't got a good understanding of how far a dollar could go.
100K.
It's people doing.
Did you by yourself?
I ain't got no kids. It's just
I'm
me.
saying, do you got a wife?
No, I ain't got no wife, no nothing.
I know you don't, but I'm saying that 100K. Do you got a wife? Like you got to put it in real perspective.
Yes.
You got children?
No kids. You don't want no kids.
Okay, you don't want kids, but I'm saying, you eventually gonna have a significant other.
Yeah.
You and your significant other can live off 100K in New York.
I could for sure, cause she gonna be working too. Like I like a woman that make her own money.
Yeah, that's okay.
She do her own thing. She got her own stuff.
I'm with that
so
too.
we contribute it together.
I'm 100%
so our household
with you.
may make $200, but my budget is $120,000 a year, and that's what I live off of comfortably, very comfortably.
Okay, go ahead.
Like I feel like I don't know, like it's doable. We talk about it all the time, bro. And so like, but that's what I'm saying. Like whatever makes you feel like whatever number it is that makes you feel comfortable. That's financial literacy, and being able to sustain that over a long period of time, and like until you go for real.
So let me ask you a question: does money make you happy?
It gives me access to happiness. So like, through finances, I'm able to like do the things that make me happy. Like I travel.
Exactly.
I get to go to like basketball games, things like that, and that's what money allows me to do, and it's not a stressor on my body.
So if you didn't have money, then I guess what I'm saying is, if you didn't have money, could you still be happy?
I mean, it all depends what you like define as not having money. Like if I'm dead broke, don't know where my next meal coming from, probably not. Okay. But I don't know. Like I came from a family like my mom wasn't poor, but like, my mom wasn't like making a whole bunch of money. But
same.
I had my family.
Vice versa.
I was going playing sports like city ball.
Sports kept me busy. I'm sure it kept me busy too. Yeah.
City ball plus it was like a community that raised me. Like my grandmama would take me to practice sometimes. My aunties, all of them. And
sometimes I was walking to practice.
Exactly.
To be honest, shit.
So like
sometimes I got out the mud, and that's okay. Yeah. Because that what made you Keion today. That what made me Davon Godchaux today.
But was you happy? You still happy though?
I was happy because guess what? I was going to do what I love, which was playing sports, and it kept me out the streets. It kept me occupied, and it kept me busy. So I was happy. Hell yeah, I was happy. I was a kid with my mom had, we had money to get food, but it wasn't like we was eating goddamn Wagyu steaks every night, you know? So, I mean, but I was happy doing what I love, and I was enjoying it. And I had joy from it with playing with teammates. And as long as I go to practice, I'm happy.
Exactly.
Go home, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, do it the next day. Go to school, go to practice, I'm happy. Go train, go work out, I'm happy. So I was like, I guess, like, I enjoyed it. I feel like kids these days don't know about that because it's like the internet is like everywhere. And kids these days, they don't know I feel like they don't know what a struggle is right now, because everything is given to them. Like they don't know what the word like struggle means in terms of you can't do this, I said what I said, it's done. Like they gonna have everything. Kids mostly they're privileged, and you can't blame them. But I mean that's just how that's just the role.
I got to disagree with that one. I feel like every generation says the next generation has an easy life. For real.
Okay, because like when you look at the basketball, they saying the kids today it's easy because back in the day when Jordan played we could hand check. Yeah. Now so you can't do that.
Exactly. So like every generation is gonna have their own struggles and every generation is gonna be different. But the point of it is like you raise your kids to have a better life than you.
100%.
And so you don't like you saying like, oh, they don't know struggle, they don't know good. Like they not supposed to, but they have their own struggles and their own challenges and that creates their character.
But it's okay if they don't know struggle though, because like you know, if I have kids, so I raise my kids to not to struggle how I did. Not saying that I was down bad. You know, my mom made sure all 6 of her kids had whatever, anything she could afford. Yeah. But you know, my kids are gonna have it different because I'm financially stable to give it to them. Yeah. You know, but kids do struggle in other ways. You know, so I can't agree on that one. Yeah. Yeah, man. Chalk Talk episode 15. You know, chopping it up with Keion, it's been a pleasure. But just more topics when it comes to financial freedom in the Black community. Like you have when you get paid, when I get paid, you have federal taxes, you have state taxes, you got agent fees, and then you got to live off the rest. Yeah. Explain to people, because everybody thinks when you sign a $20 million contract, that all $20 million gonna come to you. No, you got to pay Uncle Sam. You know, you got to do all other stuff, agent fees and all that. Explain to people, you know, well, I guess break it down to people, how does it work when it comes to getting paid and, you know, all the money that looks like that you have, you actually don't have. Like, I mean, you still got to pay people. Yeah. So family members most importantly, because they always be the ones like, I saw you sign a $30 million contract, let me get $1 million. Yeah, nah. So like, I was blessed to like work before I've been to at least, like NFL is not my first job, so I'm already familiar with taxes, so it didn't completely blindside me. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I wasn't ready for like when that first check hit, how much they took. Balling. You thought you was balling. I put in an account, I took a screenshot and I sent it to my dad. I was like, I'm up. I said, don't call me for nothing. Like, I sent that right to my dad. Yeah. But so like I wasn't prepared that they was really taking half. Like you always hear like they taking half your check, but like no, that's for real. Like, but what in the Bible say we got to pay taxes? Man, that's what kills me though. Like, because they say the tax money goes to the roads and all that. Yeah. The roads still messed up. Man, I don't know. Where the money going? That's the only thing I have a question about. Yeah. Where's the money going? Because the roads are still messed up. Yeah. You know, so where's the money going if I'm paying Uncle Sam half of, like if I get paid $1 million, I'm basically giving Uncle Sam $500,000. See, I feel like that's what we really need to question, like how are we using the money in like politics and everything like that. And that's a whole deeper concept because I'm like really big into politics. Yeah. But that's like why you get out and vote and elect politicians that have joint interests in you, so that the programs can fund things like schools, better infrastructure, things like that. But a lot of the money is being spent in dumb ways, like especially like government spending, how they buy like materials and things like that. Like if you look at it, they overpay for a lot of stuff. And so like, I think my opinion would be like, it's 2024. We should be able to like decide where our money goes. Like there should be like, every time you file your taxes, you can click programs that you want to distribute your money into, your tax-paying money. Instead of just giving it to Uncle Sam and be like, and he do it. Yeah, we don't know what you're doing, but like here you go. Don't know what the hell he's doing with the money, but the roads are still messed up. So I mean, especially in Louisiana. Yeah, terrible. Especially New York, roads are terrible. So it's like, where's my money going when I'm giving you? Like I just got my signing bonus, and I'm like, partially of my signing bonus, I'm like, man, they took. Now you know what pissed me off too? They took $2 million. When I got here, they got that extra 4% millionaires tax out here too. Absolutely. That'll get you too. Massachusetts is bad with state taxes too. What? It's terrible. What? It's right up there with New York and LA. It's terrible. Massachusetts is bad when it comes to state tax. I just heard Bill Belichick spoke about it. He was talking about on the Pat McPhee show. He was talking about how it was tough to sign free agents in Massachusetts because of the state tax. Yeah. Like guys was like, nah, I won't come in because of tax. And guys these days, if you can sign with a team with no state tax, then go ahead and sign with them, because that's more money you keep in your pocket. Yeah, I was talking to Jacoby, and the reason why he don't have an agent because he was negotiating with Bill Belichick back when he was with the Patriots back in the day, and he was telling us, he was like, shit, if I can do this with Bill as the GM, I can do this with everybody, because most people are scared to go, sitting down with a guy like Bill who's been, who's been highly recommended for the last two to three decades, so He was like, if I can sit down and talk to Bill about a contract, I can talk to any GM about a contract. You know,
that ain't no easy conversation.
Yeah, there ain't no easy conversation. Like, we all know how that conversation is. So he was like, shit, why not be my own agent? Just have somebody watch over my money, but why not be my own agent? And I get to save that 3%. And, you know, I'm only getting government tax and state tax. If you're in a non-state tax city, then you ain't getting no state tax. So that's a win also too. So, you know, that's, you know, all that has something to do with, you know, financially freedom, you know, being stable, especially being, you know, the tag is listed once you're done playing football, you probably wind up going broke. Mm-hmm. You know, like that's the athletes, you know, 2 years out the league, they wind up going broke.
80%, right?
Yeah, like I want to like delete and, you know, diminish that, like that choice, that name, that statement of athletes going broke, because I really think all you have to do is educate yourself. Like my guy Caleb Thornhill is doing the thing with, you know, athletes, pro community athletes, like the
pro athlete or PAC.
Yeah, PAC. You know, like, so he's doing that, and I have joined that I did that like 3 times, and you know, he's doing that for athletes to educate themselves after they're done playing the game to be successful off the field.
Yeah, that's why. So like, that's why when y'all be like, oh yeah, like, oh, you being cheap, or you don't want to buy this in the locker room, like, they be giving me hell about this all the time.
Where you gonna spend bread?
Nah,
you
so
go,
look,
bro, when you get your second contract,
listen,
have the same energy.
I don't care what y'all
contract.
say. I could be as cheap as I want, but I'm gonna have that money. I'm gonna have that money till I go. And I could quit football today off like my rookie contract for and make it work and make it last off the how I budget and how cheap I am or whatever. And that's what I think about. Like that's cool. That's right reassuring to me, and that's fly, that's player, that's all that.
That's cool,
and that's
right
the bosses
now,
I could be.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you make more money. Like, obviously, like your yearly allowance can increase, but why? I feel like I'm comfortable with the way I live now. I don't need this luxury, like exotic, whatever, this and that, because like I lived all my life without that until now. Like, so why? Like, now that I got more money, why do my expenses got to increase? And I feel like that's what get a lot of people in trouble. They're like, I have access to more money, so now my expenses have to increase.
Hey, sound good.
If it was good before, it's good now.
Sound good.
Listen, y'all give me hell about it all the time.
Hey, have this. We're going to invite you on the Chalk Talk show 2 years from now when you get your second contract. I want you to have the same energy.
Listen, I heard all before I got drafted, everybody was like, yeah, you going to get you a new car. Or this.
I was the same way when I got drafted.
I got my same Jeep from back when I was in college.
I was the same way. I was the same way when I got drafted.
Marketplace, everything.
I'll talk to you in 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Listen, I heard it all before.
I'll talk to you in 2 to 3 years from now, and you keep that same energy. But before we wrap it up, something new we're doing on Chalk Talk, and we're going to start on episode 15. I want to gift you, we drinking red Pinot Noir wine. I want to gift you with a bottle of wine to take home. Chalk Talk episode 15. I want to make sure I gift you with this, a bottle of Pinot Noir wine, take home, enjoy it. Thank you for coming to Chalk Talk episode 15. Appreciate you. I got to see you every day in the locker room, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Bright and early.
Bright and early. Happy you was able to come on Chalk Talk episode 15 and top it up with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. I got the bottle.
Appreciate it. But we're gonna get a toast up before we go.
For sure.
Appreciate it. Peace. Thank you guys for tuning in to Chalk Talk episode 15. Want to give a special shout out to my guy Keion White. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe on the episode. Peace.